So let's hop in right straight to it, guys. We are here with the 106. We are here with the Delta Dart in its first day that we can actually properly test it out in battles. So we are using the Red Devil's camouflage over here, and we're gonna fly the thing to see how we will perform. The BR of this thing is kind of insane, but to be honest, I think it's fine. Let's see how it performs, right? We are using some external fuel tanks, and we are using, it doesn't appear. Two AIM-4Gs and two AIM-4Fs, okay? So we're gonna basically try to use the radar to get some kills with the F model. We didn't test the F model in the game yet. I might do a video testing it out, but to be honest, this is already kind of that, right? So let's try to see what we can do with this thing, okay? It's a pretty fast aircraft, I gotta say, and it's just one of those that, I mean, it's just too iconic to not use and not have for yourself, right? It is probably the best, one of the best, you know, these early Cold War kind of jets that they added as an event vehicle, to be honest. It is one of the most iconic and one of the most fun. As you can see, we do not have an IFF on the radar, so we do need to be careful with where we point our radar over here. We already have a target over here. Okay. Access, okay. That guy's turning a lot. But we do have kind of a... Oh. There we go. Oh my god, that is a lot of turn. For, come on. I missed. How did it miss? Okay. We're gonna try again. Somebody tried to fire a missile on me. Come on. There we go. Finally a hit. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. So there is some form of bug that it's wobbling this thing around when it's actually landed, so you do need to be careful, okay? But the aircraft is pretty great, as you saw. I mean, I didn't pay too much attention, and you gotta pay attention, guys. You do not have a flare, you know, or like flare and chaff countermeasures, right? So it is a little bit easy to just die off for missiles on this thing. It really is. So we are climbing over here. Of course, I'm gonna try to climb, of course, right? I mean, I have to. We're gonna try to get some targets that are flying a little bit higher. Of course, it's a little bit easier. You gotta think that the AIM-4 does not have a lot of range, okay, guys? So this is going to be one of the main things about this thing, is that you do not have a lot of range. I expected this thing to be flying higher, actually. Let's see if we can see anybody else. This is a pretty good radar, actually. Let's see if I can get a lock. There we go. Let's fire a, yeah, he doesn't have the energy, right? He doesn't have the energy, guys. So you do need to be careful. These missiles, they do not have any energy whatsoever. Jesus, where is my missile going? Come on, baby. I missed a lot of missiles. So, yeah, you do not have a lot of range with this thing. I mean, it was expected, right? But... as you see, it is fast, but... it is not as fast as you might think. You know, it is pretty fast, but it's not, you know, as fast as you might thought it would be. Which is weird. It really is weird. What is this guy doing? Oh my god, you have to close the bomb bay. I forgot the weapons bay. Be able to fire. Well, this guy... I'm doing a lot of mistakes here, but this guy is surpassing me in the amount of mistakes that I'm doing. My god, this thing is heavy. Oh, he's in a flat spin. I think he dead. Okay. So let me just get a little bit of speed. So yeah, it's quite the heavy vehicle, guys. So you have to think about that. It takes its time accelerating. When you are heavy in fuel and missiles, it just takes its time. So in the lower airspeed kind of ranges, right? In the higher speeds, it is pretty good. But in the lower airspeeds, you do need to be careful. In the Delta Wings, I mean, as expected, you are losing a lot of energy. A lot of energy. This helmet is almost useless. Sometimes it is just not trying to get the lock. It's kind of weird, but you gotta be careful, okay? Of course, here it will not get a lock anyway, right? But you get the point. Hit? Is that a hit? The aircraft is destroyed. That is not a normal hit, man. That is funny that it was just only a hit. I mean, at least I got the kill. Feels like you are dragging a lot of weight. It's just very, very funny to fly this thing. But it's still pretty cool. I'm still getting used to it. There we go. Come on. It missed completely. So yeah, the aim for F, I mean, it is not a long range missile, but from short ranges, it's not the greatest as well. Like I said, when you get to speed, this thing is amazing. Look at the speed on this thing at these altitudes, you know, it's pretty great. But at the same time, you do need to be careful in the lower airspeeds. Hit. And it loses a lot of energy very quickly. I need to do a dogfight video with this thing. This thing likes to bleed speed. There you go, he dead. Let's get to another one. Oh, let's do it again, guys. I gotta be honest, this aim 4 is not the greatest thing ever. It really is not the greatest thing. Let me do this because it doesn't have the energy to do the turns that it's trying to do. See, like, although, yes, it can pull the 27 Gs, I think it is, right? It is a missile that doesn't have the proper range. I mean, look at this. It's an aim 4 that is behind me. It just doesn't have the range, right? It doesn't have the energy, right? So, it becomes kind of a difficult missile to use. The radar one, for some reason. The IR one, I think it's a bit better. I don't know why exactly, if it has less, you know, maybe less. Oh, God, I might die here. What is that thing? But, I hear it. Jesus Christ, I hear the missile. But, yeah, the G model, I feel like it has a little bit more of a chance on turning better. I don't know why exactly, since they have both the same engine, pretty much. But, you know, it's a little bit problematic, I would say, for the... Yeah, he turned, see? But the F, man, it just doesn't like to turn, which is pretty funny. I mean, the thing is, it likes to turn, but it doesn't have the engine power to be able to do those turns, right? So, in theory, it is like 27 Gs, but at the end of the day, it is not that much, right? You cannot pull that much. So, we do have still some like semi-high flying targets. Like, for example, this thing. The Aviate probably is gonna kill him, yeah. Gonna fire an aim 4 on him. Let's see if he has the range. Come on, baby. It's gonna miss. Yeah. So the aim 4, I don't know. I think I'm pretty sure that the missile still has like 15 Gs of turn in the files. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But yeah, the missile is way worse than the G model. Way worse. Just hits. I feel like the Vulcan is just doing too many just hits, you know. And I'm losing a lot of energy. So it's a very different aircraft to fly than your average 50s jet over here, I think. It just feels... It feels almost like an F4, but if faster in a way and slower in the other ways. It's kind of funny, actually. It turns like almost nothing else in this BR. He was paying attention. That was a poor shot. And as you say, I mean, an F8 is still running away from us. That's how... I'm not gonna say bad, but limited the acceleration of this thing is in the lower speeds, okay? It doesn't have a lot of acceleration in the lower speeds. Hits again. There we go. But it does dogfight very well. I feel like nobody, literally nobody, can make me overshoot. That's the feeling that I have. You lose so much energy turning that it is a powerful tool for you to have. You just have to be careful on the regards of the time that it takes to accelerate. It feels like a heavy vehicle. That's kind of the feeling, okay? So we're gonna just turn one of these on. Oh, it always helps. I have like 12 of them, so... Is that the target? No, it is not. So we have a MiG-23 that is landing. I'm gonna go after the F1 over there. The match is pretty much over, I think, right? Because we have a lot of people that are just bombing. I do not have a lot of fuel as well. I gotta be careful with the fuel. Because I'm taking a little bit less fuel at the early stages of the match, just to make sure I have a little bit more acceleration, which was something that I was suffering a little bit in the early games, right? There you go. It's right there. But I do not have fuel to burn away my... like I wanted to, right? Guys. My god, this is so dark. What am I doing? Ah! Trying to launch a missile from this close. There we go. He dead. See if I can get that one. The missile did not turn as much as I wanted it to turn. But look at the amount of turn that I have. The nose is kind of weird, but there you go. This thing is amazing in a dogfight, man. It just bleeds speed, but you just get the nose wherever, whenever you want, you know. Like, it's just, oh my god, the nose authority of this thing is amazing. Yeah, there you go. We have a target right there. But I do not have missiles. And as you saw, the AIM-4s, they're okay. I thought they were going to be better, okay? I still believe the AIM-26 that the Mirage 3S uses, it's a bit better. But it's not far from it, you know, but it's a bit better. I do not have any fuel. This is the last guy, so... I hope he doesn't launch a missile. There you go. At least we won it. So, basically this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know in the comments what you think about the 106. It's... yeah. It's crazy, crazy fun to fly with this thing. So, see ya, guys. Bye.